de años volvemos. How can the digital world affect you in the long term, especially if you're starting very young on social media? Hi, my name is Willie. We talk about manifestation, alignment, and self worth. So, for today's topic, I chose to talk about technology. I'm not against technology. Hey, I have to use it for work. So, it's part of my job. And in reality, it can work for your benefit for a lot of things. But to be honest, I feel like technology, if you use it from a young age, it can affect you in the long term. Why? Because I feel like I've seen more kids not being able to stay focused or being able to finish a task without feeling nervous or afraid of what other people think. And that's why, because we're mostly used to seeing that on social media, everything is so perfect, and most of the time, it's not always that way. So I feel like more, I don't have it here, but more children, if you want to be able to start a communication with them, there's options. You don't always have to go straight for an iPhone. But that is my personal opinion. I mean, each person do what they want with their money. But I got this flip phone for a very cheap price on Amazon, and I feel like I'm implementing these new hobbies because I'm entering my 30s, as I've spoken on my previous videos, and I'm trying to stay away from social media because I feel I am way more creative when I'm not on it. And I'm able to challenge myself mentally of thinking, hey, genuinely, how I'm gonna make my video today, what am I gonna talk about, and pretty much do it all myself and not let some chat gpt or something else tell me what I have to do, because I feel like we're human, we are here for a purpose, and we're able to do anything. And the other day I was actually in the airport, and I didn't mind looking, but I was looking down and I saw this girl responding literally to all her messages. Like, I saw like two or three messages that she was responding because I was waiting online in the bathroom. So I literally was just standing there, and I was just seeing that she was literally answering her messages by with ChatGPT. So she didn't really like, and it was through messages. Like, so I was like, wow. So I don't know who she's speaking with, but like, using all your conversation ChatGPT, that's a level that, I guess, social anxiety, and which it's understandable. But I mean, if you wouldn't be so much on your phone, then maybe it wouldn't happen so much. Because especially when people got into COVID and they had to stay a lot of time in home and they couldn't go out and speak to people, a lot of people got social anxiety for that. And they would literally just close themselves off because we were so used to being at home and not speaking to each other. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why, these things are meant to happen, you know, because it will wake people up and at the same time will make people, well, say that that's okay and they'll keep going. And hey, each own with their own beliefs, where I'm nothing against. I really don't, I'm not gonna be speaking of this page of what side am I on. I'm more like a, I want to spread a message that can help you, have a better life and not suffer. So mentally and, you know, physical wise. And yeah, so that's my intention with this community. And basically, I want people to understand that it can be hard, but when you understand that you also have the power to choose the places that you want to be in, then that I'm always going to say that in all my videos. The power of saying no. I'm going to keep mentioning it. So power, that's going to be your best friend. So I feel like once you start saying yourself, telling yourself, hey, I don't have to sign in Instagram today. I don't have to sign in TikTok today, because we just sit there and scroll and see the same thing day by day. And hours keep going by, and we keep putting on hold things that we should, be working on instead. So that's the purpose of these apps. So don't be thinking that they're there to help you, or they're there to, you know, it can give you an idea, like you can use it to inspire. But, I would, if I were you, if you're a person that you like to be 24/7, then try to put a schedule. That's going to help you, because that's what helped me. So I try not to log in at night and on morning time, because that's usually my time where I put myself meditation and what I'm gonna do for the day. I got my nice dress on, and here we are looking at the view. Wow. For sleep, it's not usually recommended that you stay on the screen for a long time before you go to bed. If not, you're not gonna have a deep sleep. So, and yeah, so I feel like that's the message that I want to spread out today, that basically you don't have to depend 100% on your phone. If not, try to live more in reality of what you have in front of you, and try to challenge yourself, a little bit more of what can happen, and see what happens. And oh yeah, my name's Lily, and we talk about manifestation, alignment, and self worth. And I appreciate you being here, and we'll see you tomorrow.